Good morning, this is Gregg, the Window Doctor with Dallas Energy Efficient Products. And today we're going to take a little spin to the left. We're going to talk about patio doors. Well, are they windows or doors? That's a good question. Actually, they're both, because most people do have at least one patio door in the back of the house that maybe leads out onto your patio. So, why would we think about replacing a patio door? Well, my question would be, why would we not think about it? Because if you've had a patio door and it's 10 years or older, you're probably having some of these problems. One, the door doesn't slide too well anymore. And why would that be? A lot of time a builder grade patio door uses plastic rollers in it. And over a period of time, when you're walking across that threshold in and out, you're tracking what? Dirt and other foreign substances get down on the threshold, and those bearings have to roll across the grit and the dirt and the sand. And pretty soon they're not round anymore. They get kind of flattened out. So now you're dragging that patio door closed rather than rolling it closed. The second problem you have is the lock system. In fact, it's pretty scary when you think about it, because for a lot of the old patio doors, they just have a single hook. And when you go to lock it and that lock flips up over top of it like that, that's all the lock that there is. So if a person puts a crowbar up under the corner of that and lifts up on it, what are they doing? They're just lifting that latch up off that lock and it rolls the door open. So there's not a lot of security because there's a U-track above it that allows that panel to be lifted up to be taken out. So there is play in that door. That's why a lot of times you'll go into homes and you'll see that they've cut a wooden broom handle and they've laid it down in the track to keep it so they can't do that, because obviously they've either had somebody break in or they've heard a tale about somebody breaking it, and that's the only way that they can get it fixed. And another thing is the amount of glass in a patio door. It's a lot of glass, and you're still losing a lot of energy through that opening. So what are some of the choices that we have? The newer, more modern patio doors today, if you want to go back with a sliding patio door, have steel or brass bearings on the bottom, rollers, that are going to hold up for a much longer period of time. Plus, they have dual locks on the sides to make sure you can't lift the door up and pop it off the lock system, so that prevents that. And of course, the windows today have the low E3 with argon gas with a solar heat gain of 20 to 25, which is a substantial improvement over the clear glass patio doors that are put in there. So those three things alone, from the maintenance factor, from the energy factor, from the security factor, all of those. Plus, ultraviolet light, when you think about that area where the doors open, and the amount of light that comes through, if you happen to be a place where you have a lot of dark wood floors or dark carpeting, you will begin to see that area will fade at a much quicker rate than the part that's over in front of the other parts of your room that's not getting direct sunlight. So that's going to end up causing what? Carpet replacement, wood floor replacement in the future, because that door is not protecting it. It'll dry out. The modern doors today typically have a way of blocking out about 90-95% of the ultraviolet light. The last thing I would like to look at, it would be an option, is what about instead of just going back with a patio door at the time you replace it to upgrade these things we've talked about? What about if you converted it to a French door? A French door actually works on hinges. You have a garden hinge door where one panel's fixed and the other door is swinging in from the in to the inside. From the center, that's a garden hinged patio door. A French door would be if it's hinged on the outside, and both of the doors have the capability of folding to the inside. Now, most people, I think you would agree, consider that a big upgrade. Cosmetically, enhancing the house, having a higher resellability on those French doors. Find out if the installers can do that. Most companies, they can. Now would be the time to go ahead and upgrade to that. And another advantage is if you happen to have a 5-foot patio door, and if you have somebody that's handicapped or with a wheelchair, you'll find that does only open about 25 to 26 inches, which means it's going to make it nearly impossible for someone to get through with a wheelchair. And it makes it nearly impossible to get any furniture moved in and out. If you have the oversized furniture and couches and stuff, having a French door where both of them open can be a huge asset when it's time to move something in or out. Again, this is Gregg, the Window Doctor, saying thank you and signing out.